Biloxi, Mississippi. Mike, you were here yesterday. We do have a flood watch for Biloxi. But in the meantime, until that rain arrives, the story has been just how hot and humid and how stagnant the air has really been.
Guess what? Right now, this is breaking on Fox Weather. I feel a breeze. Gosh.
Makes me happy for you.
It has
It's
been hot out here. Yeah, it's hot. And yesterday, we actually had a breeze off the Gulf, but you had to get all the way down here and basically put your toes in the water to feel it. A little bit of a Gulf breeze set up, but it was after 1 o'clock. And it took just a little bit of an edge off the heat, because yesterday we hit 95 and the heat index topped out at 107 at Gulfport, the airport, and also at Keesler. Right now we're in the mid-80s, 84, 85. The heat index is getting close to 90. We have some cirrus clouds thinning the sunshine, but it's going to be another blistering hot day. We have the heat advisory from 10 a.m. until 7 p.m. The Gulf is very, very quiet again this morning. We've got a sailboat way out there, but very, very tame waters. This is not a system that's coming at us from south of here or southeast of here like we typically deal with tropical storms and hurricanes, thank goodness. So we don't have any waves propagating towards the coast. So it's all about what kind of wind we have here. And like I said, not much right now, about 5 or 6 miles an hour from the north and northwest. Let's talk about what we're going to get here. Well, today it seems unlikely. Based on the latest forecast, we're going to have any rain before probably 5 or 6 o'clock. So temperatures today back in the mid-90s. Heat index values 105 to 110. Then tonight into Thursday and Friday, we have the increasing threat for rain and thunderstorms. Now, the latest high-res radar forecast for tomorrow does show thunderstorms tonight and tomorrow and into Friday, but it's not an all-day rain. I just talked to some tourists from Pennsylvania, and they were thinking an all-day rain. I said, I don't think it's going to rain all day tomorrow. Yes, we're going to get rain. We will have heavy downpours, some gusty winds and lightning and thunder. But right now, it doesn't look like a solid shield of rain like we would have from a more organized system. Now, that could change if the low pressure can organize a little bit before it goes into Louisiana later tomorrow. We'll see how that shakes out. We're also waiting word on the hurricane hunters to see if they're going to go out and do this mission here later on this morning from nearby Keesler Air Force Base. Rainfall totals could top out at 3 to 5 here in these southern Mississippi counties, Hancock, Jackson, Pearl River, Hancock, these counties here, and over into Louisiana. That's where we have the flood watch there and here, Louisiana, including Baton Rouge and New Orleans, and as far west as Jennings, down to Grand Isle, and all those bayou areas which are very prone to flooding from freshwater rainfall because they're low-lying and there's just nowhere for the water to go. So Marissa, just out here with the sunscreen on, plenty of water, and keeping an eye on the radar forecast and the local radar. But right now, the closest storms are about 100 miles well off to the south. In fact, this morning we got here before sunrise, and you could see quite a bit of lightning in the distance, but nothing imminent here. And I mentioned the timing right now would be the first storms popping, say, around 5 or 6, and after that this evening.
Yeah, we were looking at satellite radar and even some of the enhanced satellite, visible satellite. It looked like some of the outflow boundaries from the storms offshore in the Gulf were trying to make their way up to you in Biloxi. We'll look at it later, but I mean, regardless, a lot of the activity is offshore, and we'll likely be seeing some of this fill in as we get further into the day. It's a hurry up and wait, Mike, and you know more than anybody, I think, because you headed out to Biloxi. You were there yesterday dealing with the heat, and we're getting a little bit closer to that flood risk, but not expecting really anything, at least the more intense rain, probably into tomorrow.
Tomorrow night and Friday. And again, it's just a wait and see, but the odds are certainly lowering that we're going to have a development into certainly a tropical storm. And whether we get a depression or not, the impacts remain the same. We'll see if the plane goes out shortly, and we'll see what happens in the next 24 hours. But the lowest pressure seems to be still right over land, right on the coast there, off to the west, rather east and north of Apalachicola. And I haven't had a chance to take a good look. I know you have. have the visible satellite loop because we've just had a few pictures come in after sunrise to see if we can find that low-level spin that we were watching yesterday as it moved across the northern Florida peninsula. But you know, when you have a system that's barely there coming over land, it doesn't have really any reason to intensify without being over the open waters. So if it does get back out of the open waters before it gets into Louisiana, it has some window of opportunity to become a depression.
All right, and that's what we wait on. That's what we wait on. Fox Weather Storm Specialist Mike Seidel joining us out of Biloxi, Mississippi, where, as he mentioned, hurricane hunters are going to be heading out of Keesler Air Force Base later today. Thanks.